What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus package update. Actually, we're going to be talking about the stimulus checks. So if you saw the thumbnail, you guys know what this is all about. We're going to talk about the timeline. I have confirmation from the person in charge of sending you your checks. So that's what we're going to talk about. When are you going to receive your check? And that's what everyone wants to know, right? It looks like it's going to be a $600 stimulus check, and it needs to go through Congress first. Okay, so let's be clear. The House needs to vote on this. Hopefully they'll vote today. And the Senate needs to vote on this. Hopefully they'll vote today. If not today, the next couple of days, once it gets voted on by both chambers of Congress, then it will go to the president. President signs off on it. Stephen Mnuchin has already told us when those checks will start going out. And so we're going to listen to him because he's going to explain everything to us. So that's what we're going to do today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. We're going to be putting out multiple videos. You want to make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, because there's a lot of different things that are going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, stimulus checks will be going out. EIDL loans will be going out. PPP money will be going out. Enhanced unemployment. We have a lot of things to talk about, and we're going to have a lot of questions. So if you guys do have questions in the comment section, let me know, and I will answer those questions for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to Stephen Mnuchin. He's on CNBC. He was just on like 30 minutes ago. Here we go.
To talk about the big stimulus that otherwise is being overlooked, I think, Mr. Secretary. Always good to talk to you. Maybe,
always good to be with you, Jim.
Maybe our last time, so we've got to take a little perspective, too. But this stimulus package comes at a much different time than the last stimulus bill. How does this bill adjust to the fact that we really are in a much better world for jobs and for the economy than last time?
Well, we're definitely in a much better position, and there's no question the first bill, the CARES Act, is the reason why we're here today and the economy has continued to rebound. But as you and I have talked about before, there are still parts of the economy that are particularly hard hit. As you know, we've been working on for months additional money for those parts of the economy, and we couldn't be more pleased that we got this done in time for the end of the year. The president wanted direct payments, so we will be sending out next week direct deposit. I expect we'll get the money out by the beginning of next week.
So there it is. He's saying you'll get the money out the beginning of next week, so you can start expecting to receive your money then. I'm going to talk at the very end. I'll talk a little bit more about who might be getting the money first. Are they going to roll it out the same way they did last time? So we'll talk about that, but right after this clip.
$2,400 for a family of four, so much needed relief just in time for the holidays. We also have extensions of the PPP. You know how important this has been, Jim, to small business, particularly restaurants. So not only are we recycling $140 billion that's been sitting there that we've been waiting for approval, but we have substantial other money, so over $325 billion targeted for small business, much more directed. Congress also agreed to reinstate the tax deductibility on the PPP expenses, so that'll be additional relief for small business. And I think, as you know, the president is particularly concerned about restaurants, so we restored the deductibility of meal expenses for business people. So we couldn't be more pleased. Took us too long to get here, but as we've said before, this is about kids and jobs and vaccines.
Now, earlier on our air, Senator Toomey said, wait a second, on the 600, that there are 93% of the people are employed in this country, and a lot of those people are going to get $600, and whether that's fair or whether it should go to people only who don't have jobs.
Well, I think, as you know, the good news is this is a very, very fast way of getting money into the economy. And again, let me emphasize that people are going to see this money the beginning of next week. So it's very fast. It's money that gets recirculated in the economy. So people go out and spend this money, and that helps small business, and that helps getting more people back to work. Now, you're right. The good news is unemployment has come way down. So I think, as you know, we were worried about, something like a Great Depression again earlier in the year. But this is now much more targeted. I expect it's needed in a short period of time, and I think this will take us through the recovery.
Okay, so now they go off and talk about small business, restaurants. So I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I will do another video where I talk about that, because they go and they talk a lot about the restaurant industry and how to get the restaurant industry back on track. What I want to talk about is what to expect as far as the stimulus checks and how are they going to roll them out. Now, we already know that they're rolling them out the same way that they did before, is a matter of who qualifies. Now, I think where they messed up last time was they sent it to people who had jobs and people who filed their taxes in the last 2 years. Those are the people who got them first. And it's probably going to go the same way. I haven't heard anything different, but I think they should have done it the other way. Do it the way where people who are unemployed, people who are on fixed income, send it to them first. People who are working, you don't have to send it to them first. That's just my opinion. Still send them a stimulus check, but send them at the end, not at the beginning. But it looks like it's probably going to be the same setup. And this is one of those things where they already have the information. So now it's just a situation where all they need to do, press a button, have the money sent out. So I would expect the first round, just like Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary, was saying, to come out next week. So early next week, probably Wednesday. Wednesday is usually the day that, at least in the past, that's when everyone started receiving checks on Wednesday. So it's probably going to be the same thing. They'll be sending them out on Wednesday. So check your direct deposit. You might have a check next Wednesday. So this is really good news. Now we just need to get we need to get it passed. I know this is premature, Stephen Mnuchin saying this, but he's just telling you what he can do, and he's telling you that if, as long as we can get this done this week, get it approved, get it signed off by the president, then they can send the checks out next week. And it will be after Christmas, but it'll be before the new year. So at least that will be good. So that's what we have right now. Now, people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, you're still qualified to get the check. So everyone who got it last time will be getting it this time. I've already had some people asking me that question, and I'm more than happy to answer questions. Just put in the comment section down below. I will try to get through all the comments. And if I do not answer your question directly, I might answer it in a future video. That's what I do a lot of times. So let's say if I see 10 people with the same question, then I'll make a video and I'll talk about it in the video and answer that question. So that's all I have for you guys right now. I will be coming back as soon as we can get this thing approved. I will be coming back letting you know. So I'll have another video coming out later today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.